What's up, people? Salty McFly, and I think it's about time I share something a little more personal with everyone here on this channel, all my great subscribers, and that is going to be the story of how I got my very first console, my very first gaming console, and it was a long time ago, so I think I was 5 or 6 years old, maybe 7. I'm not quite sure. I know it was first grade or second grade, and how it happened was I was in school, and I remember the teacher saying tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and we had to have our cards in so we can give them to every one of the classmates and everything like that. I remember I went home that day, and I was like, Ma, I need Valentine's cards. I don't know if I talked like that back then, but maybe. I was like, Ma, I need them. Can we go get them? She's like, yeah, we can go. We went to the store, and I was like, this is lame. I don't want to do it. Who the hell wants to buy cards with hearts and shit for their friends? You know what I mean? It was weird, you know what I mean? So we get in there, and I'm like, if I'm going to get them, I'm going to get the coolest ones that I could get. And that happened to be, I look around, and boom, Ninja Turtles, son. When I was a kid, Ninja Turtles were the shit. I loved it. There was nothing better, nothing more better, that makes no fucking sense, than the Ninja Turtles to me. So we grabbed them, and then we're walking to the register, and right in front of the register is in like an island. It was like this huge square just box of amazing mintiness, just all right there, and it was like a stack of Nintendo, son. The original NES. I couldn't believe it, son. I was like, this is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. And I was looking, and it was like everything just faded away to like black and gray, and there was like these like lights shining off this stack of Nintendos. And I remember I just ran right over to him, and I'm there, and I remember my dad was to the left and my mom was to the right of me. I just looked up at my mom. I didn't even say a word. I just looked at her. She was, no, it's not happening, because I knew, even as a kid, I knew we didn't have a lot of money. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't have anything like that before, and I was like, it is what it is. Like, I was just happy I could see it. You know what I mean? That's the kind of kid I was. So I'm standing there, I'm just looking at it, and then I can hear my mom and my dad talking back and forth. You know what I mean? I don't know what they said, but they were just talking back and forth to each other. And then all of a sudden my mom goes, okay, listen. So I look up at her, pique my interest, son. Looking up at her like, what? Something gonna happen? And she goes, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, right? I said, yep. She goes, you don't want to be the only one at school without Valentine's cards for everyone, right? You don't want to be that kid, right? I was like, well, no, I don't want to be that kid. Nobody wants to be that kid, you know what I mean? So she goes, all right, listen. You can get your Valentine's cards, make all your friends, everyone happy, or you can get the Nintendo. But if you get the Nintendo, you can't get the Valentine's cards. And before she finished that sentence, son, threw the cards on the floor. I'm reaching for the Nintendo. I was too short. I couldn't get the one off the top. And I remember my dad just starts laughing. I looked at my mom, and she was just looking at me like, she wasn't mad. She was just straight disappointed, son. Like, that look that like only a mom can give you, and you know you messed up. Like, I knew I messed up, but I didn't care at that point, because I was going to get the Nintendo, son. I remember we got it. I was all happy. I got in the car, and I was like, I didn't even want them to put it in the trunk. I was like, nah, give me that thing. I'm holding it on my lap. Safekeeping, son. I'm reading the box. Everything was great. We get home. I go to plug it in. I can't do it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I was like 6, 7 years old. What the hell's going on? So my dad comes in, plugs it all up and stuff like that. And the Nintendo, it had Mario and Duck Hunt. And you know, when you got Duck Hunt, it came with the gun, son. The orange freaking gun. And she was just... it was amazing, son. You're playing the game, you're plugging in, and like, there was nothing cooler when I was a kid than that gun from Duck Hunt. There was nothing until the Power Glove came out. I never had the Power Glove. I always wanted it. It was in one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure the movie was called The Wizard. If you haven't seen it and you love video games, I highly suggest you check that movie out. It's an older movie. Has like a little Fred Savage, little Fred Savage in it, and it's about him and like his little brother. His little brother is really good at video games, and they're like traveling to this big video game tournament and stuff. I'm not gonna give too much more away, but the Power Glove is in that movie, and I remember seeing it, and there was nothing cool to me. But anyway, back to the Duck Hunt. So we plug it in. I got the gun. I'm playing. I'm shooting the ducks. Everything's great. The dog's chasing them out, and that was like the greatest. Like, one of the greatest moments that I remember from my childhood. And that was the first time I played Nintendo, and it was also the first time that I raged at a video game because that freaking dog, man. You miss the damn duck, he pops up, he laughs right in your face, son. There's nothing you can do about it, you know what I mean? Like, you take the gun, put it right up against the TV, trying to shoot the dog, can't do nothing. Back then, the TVs had, like, the glass over the front. They don't have that anymore, so you can, like, literally, like, bang the freaking the gun right up against the glass, like, ding, 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 and it didn't do anything, but it was great. So, let me know in the comment section, what was your first console? Like, you know what I mean? If you have some story of, like, video games, you know, when you were a kid, you know what I mean, that sticks with you, that, like, you'll never forget, and, you know what I mean? That's why I love video games, man. As a kid, that was just ingrained in me, you know what I mean? So, let me know what you guys think, you know what I mean? And thanks for listening. Thanks, everyone, for watching my videos and supporting this channel. And that's it, son. Till next time, something McFly.
Recon standing by. Our UAV is online. Well done, Sentinel.